Hey guys, this is Bradley Benner with Semantic Mastery, and tonight I'm going to go over the 2014 Local Search Ranking Factors Guide that just was published again today from Moz. I look forward to this report every year, considering I do a lot of local SEO work. And so there's some interesting finds in here today that I think is important that we should talk about briefly, and what we do with Semantic Mastery, how we can actually help to hit some of these really important factors as the Moz study suggests. So I'm going to take the screen and jump right into it, and we're going to go over this. The actual URL for the entire study is going to be in the description below the video or in the blog post if you're viewing this on the blog. So you can actually click right through and take a look at the full study. It's interesting. It's worth taking the time to go through. I look forward to checking this out every year when it's published, because it's really in depth and it shows a lot of the important factors, and they basically rate them by order of a priority. And then there's also a lot of other prominent SEOs' opinions and that express their opinions down at the bottom of the article about the different factors and such. So it's definitely worth looking into. So again, I'm going to put the link for this below the video, as well as in the style that I've been implementing recently. I went ahead and took a screenshot and I cut out all the portions that I don't need to go over. Again, I just want to talk about one particular part of the study that I found very interesting, and in kind of a subset of that, and that's domain authority. Okay, and you'll see that this is a consistent factor that has showed up for just about almost every part of the study that talks about ranking factors. Domain authority keeps popping up. Okay, and then also the subset of that would be, well, page authority, which is related to domain authority, and then also the quality and authority of inbound links or structured citations and even unstructured citations. Okay, so authority, quality, and authority is one of the biggest and most important metrics in 2014, and going forward, it's only going to get more so. So I really just cut out all the parts that I didn't really think I wanted to go over in this particular video, and just stuck with the basics that I see here, and I wanted to go over some of that. And what's interesting is it shows that the top 50 localized organic factors and this is for organic listings, and then this is going to be the top 50 for the maps pack or the carousel factors. So these are ranking factors for either organic or local / carousel. Okay, so that's what these two different columns are for this part of it. And you'll see that number 2, the most important ranking factor, the second most important ranking factor, is domain authority of the website. Okay, very interesting, right? And if you look at the top 50 maps pack or carousel ranking factors, you'll see that number 7 is domain authority. So once again, it made the top 10. All right, very, very important. And then if we scroll down, the top 30 difference-making factors in competitive markets, look what number 1 is, domain authority. So all things being equal, a site with a higher domain authority is going to outrank its competitors. Okay, again, all things being equal, which is rare that all things are equal, but that's definitely a very important ranking factor, is the domain authority. So that said, let's just keep going, and then we're going to talk about how to boost domain authority. 10 factors that have increased in importance since Pigeon. We all know about the Pigeon update. It came out in, I believe, it was September. Actually, it was before that. I'm not sure the date exactly off the top of my head. I should have looked that up before this post, but not a problem. Domain authority of the website is number 1 for this as well. So once again, very, very important factor based on the Pigeon update. And then if you look, the page authority of the landing page URL. Okay, so remember, domain authority is going to affect the entire domain. Page authority is a page-specific metric. And page authority is more like page rank. It's not page rank, but it is more like a measurement of page rank, where domain authority is a measurement of the domain's authority or strength as a whole. Okay, but what's, again, very, very important and interesting in the study is it's showing domain authority for almost every one of the sections here as being one of the top or most important factors, ranking factors. So how do you increase domain authority? Well, there's a number of ways to do that. There's some that I can mention here, and some that I reserve for only members only training within semanticmastery.com. So one of the ways that you can increase domain authority is to have more pages on your site. And those pages, if they get shared, social signals can drive domain authority because they're all high domain authority. Auto properties all have, the majority of them have very high domain authority. So having more pages on your site is a quicker way to build domain authority, especially if you can, build inbound links to those and social shares that will help to boost domain authority. So also having your, stronger links pointed to your site, which let's get into that because it brings me to these more rounded boxes here. You can see where I've kind of highlighted those as well, because one of the supporting factors, and also some of the top listed factors, are the quality and authority of inbound links to the domain, quality and authority of inbound links to the landing page URL, and in quality and authority of structured citations. So remember, this is the organic section here that we're talking about, and over here is the maps or the carousel. And you can see that also quality and authority of structured citations. See, citations are going to be more important over here because this has to do with maps. And we're going to talk about how to get the highest quality structured citations. And the difference between a structured citation and unstructured citation is the structured citation would be like your traditional business directory listing. So a very formal name, address, phone number. So your NAP. Unstructured citation is a mention of the NAP on a non-traditional citation format. So in other words, if you put an NAP in a blog post, for example, and it gets printed published, then now you've got what's called an unstructured citation. So blog post, putting a citation in a YouTube video description, that's another unstructured citation. Press releases, those are other, those are all examples of unstructured citations because they're not actually business directories, but you can still get your NAP there, and it's important to get those. Okay, but the quality and authority of structured citations, I'm going to show one of my favorite places to get the best ones to sort by the quality and get them done, so you don't have to do them yourself, or it's an inexpensive way but very effective way to get that done, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But quality and authority of inbound links to the domain, and quality and authority of inbound links to the landing page URL. The top 30 difference making factors in competitive markets, quality authority of inbound links to the domain, and quality and authority inbound links to the landing page URL. And in here, like we just mentioned, quality and authority of inbound links, of structured citations right here. And then right here is quality authority of unstructured citations. So once again, this is what we were just talking about. All right, so that's in competitive markets. You can see that. So the quality and authority of inbound links is going to also affect your overall domain authority. So once again, you want to go after the highest quality links that you can, but you can also siphon some domain authority off of high domain authority sites. So using Web 2.0's, WordPress.com and Blogger and Tumblr and Delicious and Digo and all of the Evernote and Wix and Weebly, all of these types of sites that have really high domain authority. Now, typically when you create a page on there or create a blog, so you get a subdomain on one of those sites, it's going to have a page authority of 1. But you can boost page authority very quickly, especially with the domain authority being high on a site. It makes page authority grow. It makes it so much easier to build page authority. Hope that makes sense. So there's ways that you can build links, inbound links from Web 2.0 high domain authority properties back to your main site, and then boost the page authority of those sites. And that's going to push domain authority and page authority back to your site. And it's going to boost your overall domain authority. And that's very, very important, as is shown right here in this study. All right, and then 10 factors that have increased in importance since Pigeon. Once again, quality authority of inbound links to the domain and landing page URL. And then the page authority of landing page URL, which again, you can boost with the methods I just talked about. You don't want to be building a ton of spam links directly to your main site, and we all should know that by now. But if you're using high domain authority sites as a tier, your first tier links, and then you build links to those links, that's how you can boost the page authority. And you've already got the domain authority built on those properties. So what you want to do is pump up your page authority and have that push through to your site. Okay. And then once again, quality and authority of structured citations. So now there are some other methods that we teach at semanticmastery.com on how to boost domain authority and page authority very, very quickly. But it's not something that I'm going to speak about publicly here. If it's something you want to learn more about, come to semanticmastery.com, sign up, and inside the members area, you'll get more information. Plus, we hold bi-weekly webinars where we talk about many of these additional methods and procedures that we use that we don't want to share with the public. But as far as for citations, one of the best places that I know of to get citations and sort by quality and authority is at BrightLocal.com. I can't say enough good things about BrightLocal.com. I use them for my own business, okay, and I recommend them to a lot of our students as well. And so here I've got what's called their Citation Burst, is that one of their service where they build citations for you. And you can list the business information, put the NAP in, and fill out, a bunch of other information and upload logos, images, and hours of operation and all of that. And then they'll go out and build the citations for you with the Citation Burst service. And they start at $2 per citation if you buy them in bulk, or if you just want to purchase them in 10, 15, 25, in small packages or small quantities, then you pay $3 per citation, but it's totally worth it because they do a great job. And what's interesting is you can sort by domain authority or citation value. So for example, right now I've got it sorted for this particular website that I've got listed here, which is not shown. I've got it listed by I've got it sorted by whether I'm listed there or not, or this website is listed. But if I want, I can sort by citation value. And like if I sort there, now we can see what the citation value is by sorting there, and you can see that all the very high ones I've got, and all the most of the high ones I've got. So the point is you can go into BrightLocal and sort by domain authority or citation value, and make sure that you're building those citations back to the site first. And in fact, I found that in going through the study, you'll see, if you go through the entire study, you'll see that the quantity of citations is not as important as the quality. And I think we all know that because that's the same for inbound links, right? The quality is way more important than the quantity. Well, it's the same for citations. So I found that you can actually rank in maps by getting just a handful of the highest quality citations versus dozens or even hundreds of just lower quality citations. And I think since Pigeon, I have noticed that some of my local sites that had many low quality citations, actually it took a little bit of a hit with the Pigeon update. And I think it has a lot to do with the quantity plus the quality not being as good. And so it's kind of like a negative ranking factor. So instead of building dozens and hundreds of citations, I like to come in now and sort by citation value and only get the top, build the top ones. And I build them 10 at a time. 10 at a time costs $30. Do that every month. And you can see that this is saying that they've found 122 citation sites that I could be listed on, and I'm listed on 44 of them. So that's 74 more. So over the next 7 months, if I did 10 per month, that's only $210, but I'd end up having all 122 citations. So my point is that a lot of the times that you don't ever need that much. If you get the highest quality ones first, and then you go to the next 10, and in the next 10, usually somewhere after, it depends on obviously the level of competition, but sometime after 30, 40, 50 citations, you'll end up ranking very, very well. All other things being equal. So remember, getting high quality citations doesn't have to be hard. It can be easy. And also boosting domain authority is going to help you to rank faster or better, rank higher, especially for local type searches. So there are many different ways to boost domain authority, some of which I mentioned today, some more that you can find out by coming to semanticmastery.com. So again, this is Bradley Benner with semanticmastery.com. And I'll probably do another post about the 2014 local search ranking factors, talking about some other topics, but I thought this was probably the most important. So I wanted to begin with this. And once again, thanks to Moz for putting this out. I love this report, and it's a lot of valuable information.